What's going on, guys? So Canntrust does it again. Some more negative news being released on Canntrust, and Canntrust is down over 22% today. Not only has this news affected Canntrust very negatively, it also affected the whole market. So today we're going to be looking at Canntrust. We also have another article saying how Aurora Cannabis can go down even lower and it's time to sell Aurora Cannabis. We're going to touch up on both these companies, Aurora Cannabis, Canntrust. But before we get this video started, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button, and let's get this video started. So we're going to just start off right away by looking at these Canntrust charts. So on my previous video where I spoke about Canntrust, I drew these lines. So this was the previous support for Canntrust, which was at about $6.40 Canadian. And then I've also drawn this previous support right here, which is at around $2.30 Canadian, which is actually very close to the IPO range. I was talking about how low do I think Canntrust will go, and I did previously draw this line. So now if we look at today, we're still not there. We are closely approaching this red line right here. So right now we're sitting at 265. We're about 30 cents away from this line, which I do think could potentially be a support. So now I will be very concerned if Canntrust goes way below this line. At that point, I think that Canntrust can potentially go down all the way to zero. Hopefully a buyout can happen before that happens, so shareholders don't lose all their money and maybe potentially can win some money back. But for now, we're going to be looking at the American ticker symbol Canntrust. So Canntrust in American dollars is currently down 21.95%, currently sitting at $2.05. And as you can see right here, the same line. I had the same support here at around $5, broke way below that after all that negative news about growing illegal plants inside their facilities. And then right here I have this second support right here at $1.60, which we're slowly creeping up. We're about 40 cents away from this line. So at this point, I won't be surprised to see Canntrust hit this line. It'd be amazing to see it act as a support so I can make a video about it saying how I was right. But if it breaks below this support, I will not be surprised to see Canntrust go below $1. And depending how bad things get, Canntrust can possibly go all the way back down to zero. I did talk about doing swing trades with this company. At this point, I don't really think I'm going to be doing a swing trade. And if I do, it'd be a company that I would almost immediately cut my losses if I start seeing a sharp decline. But I will be definitely tempted to start a swing trade position when or if it hits this support line right here at around $1.60. So now we're going to get into the news, which is the latest sell-off is precisely why it's time to dump Aurora stock. The funny thing is Aurora is selling off, but I do think that Canntrust is dragging the market down. We seem to have all these pot stocks in the red. We have Afria in the red, Hexo in the red, Planet 13 in the red. MedMen surprisingly is green. Aurora is down 1.26%. Canopy Growth is only up 0.2%. So before we get into the Canntrust news, I'm just going to touch up on this real quick. So Aurora stock has been on a sharp decline, mostly thanks to the recent analyst downgrade, which was the Bank of America. I made a video about the price and everything that they downgraded it to, so you guys can check that out if you want. So according to this article, bottom line, it's time to sell Aurora stock. So despite many risks plaguing Aurora, the company has a clear strength over its competitors by focusing on multiple markets worldwide. Aurora has more optionality as opposed to pure focus on cornering the American market once it fully opens up. So cannabis stocks continue to be overvalued. Investors today continue to have high expectations for legal cannabis, but with negative news impacting the sector across the board, the writing is on the wall. Cannabis industry stocks will likely see a continued short-term decline. So Aurora's cash burn is another major red flag. The company faces dilution risks, whether or not they can convert their debentures into common stock. Investor Nelson Peltz came on board this year, presumably to help the company find a strategic partner to pump capital into Aurora and fuel future growth, but so far this has not yet to emerge. With the company's negatives outweighing the positives, it's time to sell Aurora stock. The cannabis space has potentially long term, but in the short term, Aurora stock could fall further. The safe bet is to wait for a better entry point. So this was a very negative article, especially on Aurora Cannabis and the whole cannabis sector. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're going to be looking at Aurora, and I've already drawn out exactly how low I think Aurora can potentially go for you guys, and I've talked about it in many videos, but I'll talk about it real quick before we get into the Canntrust news. So right here we have Aurora Cannabis, and we have a bunch of lines right here. The red line I would consider a very strong buy, which is at around $7 Canadian. Then we have this green line, which is the support line that they could potentially be approaching, which is at around $8 Canadian. I do think anything below $7 Canadian I would consider a strong buy, and I would definitely be picking up some Aurora shares. That's the price point that I've been waiting for. We obviously do see a nice little downtrend. We had an uptrend, and now we're seeing the complete opposite thing happen. I'm going to look at Aurora charts real quick in American dollars. So Aurora is currently sitting at $6.56. I've drawn a support line right here at around $6, and then I think it's a very strong buy anything below $5 American for Aurora Cannabis. Do I think it could potentially continue to go lower? If we keep seeing negative news on pod stocks, then yes. Right now I do think Canntrust is dragging the market down, so for as long as that negative news continues, I think the rest of the sector will be dragged down with Canntrust. So now we're going to go straight to the Canntrust news, which is the cannabis sector hammered as Canntrust slides another 24%. So yesterday I made a video about how Canntrust finally responded to Health Canada, and they did not give any information as to what they said in that letter. So hopefully we get more information here today. So Canntrust holding stock tumbled another 24% Wednesday to drag the overall cannabis sector down after a report said emails showed the company's top managers knew that the company was growing unlicensed cannabis at an Ontario facility months before Health Canada seized tons of its products. Emails seen by Canada's Globe and Mail showed that Chairman Eric Paul and CEO Peter Aceto were made aware of the illegal grows 6 months before they were discovered by regulators, and that Paul had advised staff on how to respond. The newspaper reported in one email from November 16, 2018, Graham Lee, the company's head of quality and compliance, told Aceto that a Health Canada inspection had just been completed, but had missed the plants that were growing in unlicensed rooms. We dodged some bullets, Lee wrote, according to some newspaper. The email was sent to the Ian Abramitz, a Canntrust executive who was chief financial officer at the time, and Ilana Platt, the company's vice president of innovation and regulatory affairs, it said. So now Canntrust shares have fallen 73% in 3 months to mark the near 2-year low. The company said Wednesday that an investigation by an independent special committee is in its final stages. That's the last thing Canntrust needed, was even more negative news. And right here, this article is pretty much saying that the CEO and the vice president, some people at the top of this company, knew about the illegal grow rooms. And that definitely doesn't look bad when the CEO is aware that plants are being grown inside their facility illegally. So that dragged Canntrust down another 22% today. So at this point, it just seems to get worse and worse for Canntrust, and I don't know if there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Let me know if you guys are Canntrust holders. I'm not a Canntrust holder, so I personally have no stake in this. I'm not going to lose or win money whether Canntrust goes to zero or whether Canntrust bounces back. I'm kind of on the outside looking in. It's been very interesting. I'm just really disappointed that this company has dragged down the whole sector. That's about my only opinion with this. Obviously, I don't want Canntrust to go down to $0 because I know a lot of people that are invested in this company, but it's just not looking good right now. I just want to look at Canntrust's performance so far this year. So right here we have Canntrust year to date. It started off the year at $7.08, and now we're down 49% year to date. From its high point right here at around $13.45, Canntrust is currently down 74%. So it's definitely not looking good for Canntrust. This company has gotten beat up. The negative news just continues to pile up at this point. Anyways, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, minus the fact that it was negative news. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on both these companies. Are you guys still holding on to Canntrust? Have you guys gotten rid of Canntrust already? Are you guys about to start a position thinking it's a good buy opportunity? Let me know. Also, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Aurora Cannabis. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.